but I want to make this crystal clear for anybody that is curious. Hey guys, it's Ilyssa. Welcome back to my channel. So, by the title, you might have guessed what this video is about. This is all about why I left Hungary. So, I did write a blog post about this, so please check that out if you want more details. I want to make this video for a couple of reasons, but the main reason is I know that most of you found me because of my videos about Hungary and being an expat in Hungary. So I think that it's only fair that I talk about why I'm not there anymore. Again, I'm just going to kind of touch on each subject. I don't really want to spend, all day on it because, like I said, there's a blog post with more details, and of course, if you have questions, just comment below and I'll answer them. But yeah, so there's three main components why I left. And the first one was because of family. So around May or April or something like that, I found out that my brother was going to have a child. And that was a huge deal. My brother and I are very close in age, and he's been with his now wife for years and years and years. So it was very exciting. And as soon as I heard that, I knew that I had to see this child. And I didn't know right then and there that I was going to come back to the States for a long period of time, but I knew that I wanted to visit at least. So that was already in the back of my mind, And a big thing that popped up when that happened, or when I was told that, was it made me realize that, if you're away from your family, you can't stop time, right? Things are still going to happen, and it's going to take you by surprise a lot of the time, or at least for me. If anyone out there is an expat or has been in a similar situation, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of things will happen with friends or with family or whatever, and you kind of are, sorry about the background noise, you are kind of just in the background, or you don't get to experience it firsthand. So it's it's a lot to handle. So that was a first big reason. Second reason, oh God, okay, this it gives me stress thinking about, because this is such a pain in the butt to deal with. So of course, as you guys know, I lived in Europe, and in Europe there is a big situation with the bureaucracy, meaning, the government and the paperwork that it takes to do this or stay here or blah, blah, blah. So I have to kind of give you a brief overview so this makes sense. How I got over to Hungary in the first place was through a company that I was teaching English with. Down the line, I did not see eye to eye with that company. Therefore, I left that company in May of 2017. Okay. All the while, I had a job with a German company that I was teaching adults online, and that job provided me much more income than the one I had that was based in Hungary. So long story short, I left that one position, and I was still working in Hungary and contributing in Hungary and interviewing people in Hungary, and I had contracts in Hungary with an agency, Crisp Model Management. Shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. And all these things. So I had all of these different things in order to basically bring my case to the government and say that I want to run my own business, or, run my own business in Hungary. So I went through the whole process of doing just that, of opening my own business in Hungary. And holy crap, is that not a difficult process to do. So basically, I jumped through every single hoop that they gave me to jump through, but then as soon as I jumped through that hoop, they presented 5 more hoops to jump through. Anyway, so it was taking forever. It was getting close to my nephew's due date, and I thought that they were going to give me an answer soon. And they didn't by a certain point that I really needed an answer. So I decided to leave. And yeah, I was like, screw it, I'm leaving. I'm going back home to see my family. And I don't know if you're like this, but for me, if I make up my mind about something, like if I want to do something, like that's it. Like I'm very stubborn. So sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not a good thing. But anyway, so I left. And then shortly after coming back to the States, I was told that a piece of mail came for me. And it seemed as though that they were accepting my basic proposal, my business plan to stay in Hungary. So it's just irritating, but I want to be clear that I am not upset about that. Like I don't regret making the decision I did, because it was necessary for me, and everything happens for a reason, blah, 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 blah. You get it. And also, I didn't make this clear in the beginning of the video, but I want to make this crystal clear for anybody that is curious. I'm not done traveling. I just started. So, like I mentioned earlier, I work remotely, and I want to continue to do that and continue to contribute content to the entity that is the internet. So I'm basically back home saving money, so on and so forth, to venture out again. And I have certain prospects presented to me, which I'm going to keep quiet about until I absolutely know what's going on. But I don't want anybody that kind of started to follow me to think that I like threw in the towel. Like, that's not it. It was just time for me to come home, which leads me to my last point of why I left Hungary, is my spirituality. So I know that this is kind of a sticky subject for some people, and that's fine. And I'm not going to share that much about it because it's personal. You know, your spirituality, your relationship to God is very personal. But basically, I had a very intense moment with God after the new year, and I just started to see things differently, completely change my lifestyle, recognize a lot of things that I was doing that I didn't really like, so on and so forth. And my, spirit and the higher power was telling me to leave. And so I did. And again, like I said, I'm not giving too many details because it is personal. If you really want to have details, you can comment. But yeah, it was my walk with God kind of led me to this new season of my life. So yeah, 3 reasons why I left is family, I guess logistics, and my spirituality. And again, to be crystal clear, I'm not done. So my channel is just kind of taking a different turn. And I'm actually really excited about it. So if you guys are in a similar boat as me, or you, are curious about certain things, or have any kind of questions or whatever, or yeah, I invite you to subscribe and to kind of watch this progression, because my life is really unpredictable, and but in the best possible way. And I feel like more and more people are relating to that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I don't know, I'm so excited for what's going to happen or what's in store. And until next time. Oh, by the way, I have to think of a different hello, goodbye greeting, because I'm not in Hungary anymore, so we're not going to have Hungarian anymore. So, but I'll think of it later. Until then, peace.